All right, hello. My name is Ben. Uh, Today we'll be going over the the first video that I'm gonna be making. Probably not the first because I've been playing Doom Eternal on Facebook Live for some time now. So some things that I want to go over, like some people have asked me, how do you properly enjoy Doom Eternal? Because it's kind of like one of the most challenging shooters out there. It kind of feels like Dark Souls of the FPS community. That's probably not true, for one. Some people say that it's like Dark Souls, but it really isn't. Some things that I'd like to clear out. This game feels a lot like, well, certainly not like Devil May Cry in terms of the hours that you practice, but there's a certain level of skill that goes into playing Doom Eternal. Some of those are just A lot of those actually are just fundamental skills like survival, knowing what to use, when to use it, and how to whip it out when you need it. That is the core fundamental of Doom Eternal. I myself, I don't consider myself like a really good player. I'm an okay player for Doom Eternal, but there's a lot more people out there that are kicking this game's ass like it's nothing. It's just flipping a pancake or something. But some things that I would like to go over, some fundamentals, and some of those to put into practice. You'll see in a minute. Uh, I've picked the Super Gore Nest level because it's just the right mix of challenging and fairly easy to get in touch with how Doom Eternal plays. So let's get started. While it's still loading, I just want to let you guys know that we'll be going over quick switching, weapon combos, uh, basic traversal maneuvers, and how you use your equipment in general. All right, all right. Let's get let's get cracking. All right. So before we get started, my bindings are way different than the regular Doom Eternal bindings. Because if you take a look at the bindings, like the default bindings for Doom Eternal, it kind of discourages the quick switching option. So you need to get that fix first, right? The first thing that you need to get, if you don't have one yet, which is weird because you're playing Doom Eternal, presumably you've got a rig that can really run it. I assume you bought it for gaming. If you don't have a mouse yet, that it's tacky, I know. I don't care about mouse visuals, but assuming that you have a rig that's built for gaming, you need to get mouse that has side buttons, like here, two side buttons at the minimum, and then really responsive mouse wheel. So one reason for that is I'm using the Super Shotgun and the Ballista on mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down respectively. Here's what it looks like. See how fast I can switch between these weapons? So you could be doing that, right? Like, what does it look like when you're shooting, right? That's a load of damage. That already possibly killed the Marauder if a Marauder was in there. So, what that does, what quick switching does, is that it actually allows you to output way more damage than the game, uh, than you playing the game with just like regular switching or just waiting for it. So, see, I'm gonna shoot with my super shotgun, and I'll show you how long it takes for it to like reload, right? 1000, 1000. See, that's 1 second right there, right? Now, how about the ballista? What about the ballista? How long does it take to actually fire another shot after firing one. So let's try that, right? So you see, you need to wait for that like ornament to go down and reload, right? So like the super shotgun, it's a full second, right? But what if we do this, right? Oh, this. That's a lot of damage that you were able to do in like 1 second, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. Yeah. So it also applies to most of the weapons, right? So if you have a weapon that takes a long reload time, naturally you're gonna need to use that. You're gonna need to use the quick swapping option. To be able to do that, you need to get your bindings in order. So we've got the super shotgun covered, and we've also got the ballista covered. What about the heavy cannon? Now, a lot of you don't know, but the heavy cannon has one of the most damaging capabilities in the game. It's my personal favorite. It's my favorite gun in the game. It does a lot of things. It disarms, for one. Well, weapons that could possibly kill you in like 2 to 3 seconds flat. It disarms weapons like that. On the Arachnotron, on the Mancubus, on the Revenant. It does so much for so little. I mean, take a look at it. The ammo right now is at 6. If I fire off a shot, a high-powered shot like this, it just takes away like 6 ammo. That's not a big deal. 6 ammo is a trade-off that I can easily make for putting a Mancubus out of business, or permanently disabling the cannon on the head of the Arachnotron. So, what combo works best with the heavy cannon? Since you're going long range here, you need something with a little more range as well that packs a punch. So, what you need to do is you need to set it up for a combo with uh, the the rocket launcher. What is it called? A rocket launcher, or missile launcher, whatever. So you need to set it up for a combo with the heavy cannon and the rocket launcher. So here's what it looks like. Here's what the combo looks like. But this is a little more complicated than the super shotgun and the ballista. The reason being, you need to quick scope to be able to do the same damage output. So here's what it looks like in theory. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, some days I'm not able to pull it off, some days I do. Generally I am, but here's the combo here looks like this. You need to be able to do that in quick succession. So let's try that again. That takes some practice. It's not something that you pick up just because you're seeing it. I had the wrong thing. So you're asking, why should I do that? It seems like it's a lot of trouble to get into. It really isn't. It takes a lot less time than you would imagine. It will just probably click. This takes out, these combos take out a lot of the enemy types in the game. So some enemies that you feel like you're having problems with, a lot of beginners I know have problems with Mancubus. Some have problems with Revenants. Whiplashes for one. So these combos, these 2 weapon combos are all you need to finish the game on maybe Nightmare, or even, I mean, maybe on Ultraviolence, but also on Nightmare, really. A lot of people have been playing Doom Eternal and not learn quick switching only after they finish the game. And then the game just immediately becomes way easier when they learn about quick switching. So this is gonna make your life a little easier because you're able to take care of the demons that are like a big chess piece in the game. Like you need to take out the queen and stuff like that. So when you take out that Arachnotron and that Mancubus, it's easier to take care of the surrounding fodder. So for example, if you have an enemy that you hate, I personally do not like carcasses. They suck so much. I can just delete them once I see them. Let's see all of that in action. Basically, just need to do this first. Alright. So, ow. So, for example, right? So we have a Mancubus now. Let's say I need to take out both of those weapons. See? Taken care of like it's not. Right? So the combo there is the heavy cannon, and then I quickly swap one mouse down to the ballista, and that basically deleted. See how fast that was? Like I see a lot of players, like beginners to Doom Eternal. I know I'm late into the mechanics analysis party. A lot of people in the community might say that. But still a lot of people getting into Doom Eternal. Okay. See why I hate carcasses? They're fucking cheap. Cheap, they're annoying, but I guess that's the purpose, right? Who knows? So I'm not able to see my resources tab for some weird reason. But oh, no. I fail. See, Whiplash deleted in less than a second. So if you're agonizing over a particular level that just really doesn't make sense, like you feel like it's way too difficult, that's probably because you're not playing by the Doom Dance. You're not playing by the mechanics. Part of the mechanics is quick switch. Okay. So that's quick switching in a nutshell. That took shorter than expected. Most players don't actually get through that stuff quickly. But with those tips, you should be able to clear out like an arena in no time at all. Okay. Oh. So that was just really quick burst of the like the Rambo machine. I forgot its name, but that was a quick burst of that. So let's try that again. So just 2 cycles, if I'm not mistaken. 2 cycles of the... 2 cycles of a super shotgun and the rocket launcher. That's all that I needed to take care of the Dread Knight. I know a Dread Knight is also a problem for some people out there. Uh, Basically, any of the super heavies are kind of uh, a pain to deal with. Even the Arachnotrons are a pain to deal with. So, some combos are really easy to pick up. So you might want to go ahead and try it out after this. What was that? Can't believe I found this. Alright, so this next one's going to be a little bit challenging. But since we're here, we're going to be talking about some of the weapon functions, uh, particularly the super shotgun. We're also going to be talking about equipment functions and yeah, just basic survival stuff. Okay? So to survive Doom Eternal's Ultraviolence or Nightmare mode, you need to do a lot of things, but the super shotgun and your equipment, your grenades, and your flame belch, whatever, your flame belch is going to be so important in doing that, alright? So let's go ahead and jump into this. I know there's a buff there. There's a buff token. Oh, I had the wrong mode on. Alright, so you've got these buff demons barreling at you. What are you gonna do? Well, first of all, I would whip out the super shotgun. Why? See how it did that? The super shotgun kills almost everything in the game. I mean, everything non-super heavy in the game with just a quick tap. Okay. So what I did there was that I actually just... Oh no, alright. What I did there was that I actually flame belched into the enemies, and then I fired off a grenade and just ran like hell, making sure that I was evading. Right. So, a couple of pointers that I need to remind you all. There, first thing that you need to do if you're gonna die, use the flame belch grenade combo. If you're gonna die, you can also use the super shotgun, flame hook on something, and will give you like 10-20 armor easily. So that makes life a little easier, makes Doom a little bit more survivable. Kind of harkens back to like Doom 2016, where you kill somebody when you roll it, kill somebody and get armor back. Right now, it's a survival mechanic for the super shotgun. So remember, just flame belch, grenade, or whip out the super shotgun. It's that easy, my friends. If you don't have enough armor, just do it. See, I'm missing the combos, but the damage output is still crazy, man. Do not hard scope like that unless you know what you're doing. I'm just a stubborn old fool that doesn't want to use their fucking... See? I'm not able to see my ammo. I guess. So... There you go. Oh no. I hate carcasses, man. I just lose my cool when I see a carcass. It's that fucking irritating. But prowlers and super carcasses, you can one hit delete them at a close distance as long as you have them flamed up. Remember that. Plus, it gives you tons of armor. I think like 20 to 30. So remember that. Use your flame belch. Use your super shotgun. Use your grenade.
Sometimes evolution just needs and here at the UAC, we push.
Shard. What's that? Okay. Alright, so since we're on weapon mechanics, we just went over weapon mechanics basically. The super shotgun is great, right? Now, the heavy cannon I like a lot because there's a mechanic that lets you, that gives out way more damage. Um, so it's called the headshot blast. So a headshot will kill off a secondary blast that deals deep damage to nearby teams. Now the damage isn't really the best. Although I do appreciate the damage, the best part that I like about this is that it kind of staggers enemies. So that gives you like half a second or a second to maneuver around the enemies, right? So if you say, but Ben, that's just like half a second, it doesn't matter. It sucks. Oh shit. It's just half a second. Why does it matter, right? You might say that it's just a second, it doesn't matter, but that's everything here in the turn. Half a second is all that you need to get out of harm's way. Half a second is all you need to like lock in on a carcass or a prowler that's been bugging you. That's all that you need, right? So see, that's really all that you need, basically. Half a second. And so take a look at this. It cleared out all of the fodder in the area. I just shot one of the zombies that were going for me, right? Now, say there was a Hell Knight that's supposed to jump in on you and you have like 20 health left, that's a godsend. Because the lunge from the Hell Knight will not make it to you. They'll stop, falter. I mean, probably not falter, because falter is the glowing thing, right? So he'll stop and stagger right in front of you. So that gives you enough time to actually whip out one of your weapons, either the super shotgun or the ballista, and then actually get him. Take care of him. It's that simple. Not having a bullshit. Don't be afraid to do that, by the way, if you feel like there's a specific enemy that's irritating you, just fucking do it. So if I'm not mistaken, that's like 2 cycles of the rocket launcher and heavy cannon, right? Dread Knight gone. I deleted when he was nothing. Apparently I had that. So the Dread Knight was deleted. If that was a Hell Knight, I imagine it would take a lot less to take it down. If that was a Carcass, it would be dead in probably 1 cycle, and if you manage to like detonate it properly. Um, so yeah. I hate this mod. Wait, what? Oh, so that's why I like this this mod, the microwave thing, because it's not just because it deletes the shield guys, which is to know. They also have a stagger effect to them. Like it gives me time to pull off a combo. So what are things that can stagger demons? The grenade for one. I mean, Falter. Falter is that. Whatever. So the non-glowing thing where they get interrupted in whatever they're doing. Grenades do that. It's a Sarlacc pit. Grenades do that. Super shotgun blasts do that. I do not have any legends. So super shotgun blasts do that. The heat blast, basically. See? It just kind of resets everything. Like, if you need to hold something still, right? You just whip out the heat blast. You don't have to kill them, you just have to hold them in, right? I haven't. So that's one weapon function that would be amazing. Oh no. I'm gonna fix OBS. I mean, I'm gonna fix XSplit because it's not giving me a readout of the ammo on the bottom right side. So I don't know how much ammo I have left. I'm streaming. So remembering those weapon functions are extremely needed because that's how you survive. Especially in my difficulty where it's like nightmare, most demons can kill you in the space of like 2 seconds. Got him. See what happened down there? See, this interrupts the chain. Right? So this interrupts the chain in the middle of his dive. That dive could easily be like 40, 50 points off my health. and then the slice after that, that's gonna take off 30, another 30 or 40 off now. So knowing when to whip out the heat blast is, I mean, it's not the heat blast, but like the microwave beam is extremely important. So don't forget that you have the survivability tools. Uh, so again, that's the super shotgun flaming hook. Makes the game immensely easier to handle. Catch my drift. I can do that on the whiplash too. So that 1/4 of a second where I interrupted the um, the whiplash from hitting, that's easily like 30 or something of my health that I was just spared. Uh, it's because I had the good set of. Hi guys. Oh shit, there's a revenant behind me. See? Less than a second. Taken care of. Exactly. So basically that's it. That's all that you guys need to know about like, some of the more advanced mechanics of the game. It's not enough that you're faltering demons, knowing what their weak points are. The game really doesn't tell you everything you need to know immediately, especially the falter mechanic. It's extremely important. Is it falter or stagger? Anyway, the non-glowing stun thingy. Let's call it that. The stun. The stun is extremely important. Forget you have it. So, okay. So some people might have the question of how do I exactly pull off a quickscope? Because to do the combo with the rocket launcher, you need to quickscope, right? Um, there's really no easy answer for it. Um, what I do, what generally works for me, is I just size up like the average location of what I need to quickscope while I'm walking around and doing my maneuvers, right? So just keeping my cursor on there without having it hard scope, that's extremely helpful in pulling off a quick scope. Earlier you've seen me quick scope like the Mancubus and the Arachnotron guns. You'll be there in no time. Maybe just try it out, practice with it. But generally, let's say I want to shoot the O there, right? Like the O on the boards. So what I do, let's say that's an Arachnotron gun. What I do is I just strafe to make sure that I'm not hit, and then just boom, do that. Or you could do this, right? So you have their general location all figured out already. So you can just maneuver around, make sure you're not hit, keep your cursor on there, and then do the scope. It takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if you're a player who hard scopes. Some people who play COD might do that. I'm not sure if you guys quick scope. I don't play Call of Duty these days anymore, but general rule for quick scoping is just keeping your cursor relatively near there and then just flick it. Just like So, for example, I need to quick scope this one, the heart, like right in the middle. This glowy thing here, and then this here. So generally what I do is just do that, pull it off, then pull it. The reason why you don't want a hard scope here in Doom Eternal, number one, is you need to see everything that's coming to you. If you're on Ultraviolence or Nightmare, things are extra aggressive. Don't forget that. On Nightmare, enemies have quite more attacks that they don't have in the easier difficulties. Um, and even on like the easier levels, they're not that they're not that docile. They're all very aggressive. Like even the corpses lunge at you. That's how aggressive they open. So, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this up. Is that going? All right. So just quick scope, man. You need it. You need to quick scope things. Oh shit! I'm going the wrong way. I got too distracted. Now I'm. Alright. Oh shit! I'm screwed. So, besides quick scoping, what else do you need to learn? Just quick switching, basically. Learning your weapon combos, that's also extremely important. I suggest to just sticking to the regular weapon combos that we went through. So that's a super shotgun and the ballista combo, just rinse repeat until that super heavy or whatever is dead, whatever you want that is dead. Or for things that are farther off, you could use the heavy cannon and the rocket launcher. That's it. Alrighty. Thanks for coming to my Doom Eternal TED Talk. Hopefully, this helps you get more out of your Eternal game uh, and ready to take on the DLCs. And just shoot me a message if there's any questions you have. Alright, that's about it. See ya.